Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to What Would Dorsey Do? It's been a while since I've been at you live here. I've been very, very busy. We have been doing a lot of things at Conscious Co-Parenting Institute and also some new and exciting things. We've started a new company, and I want to tell you guys a little bit about that in a minute. But today I wanted to talk to you about breaking the cycle of pain in relationships. So, people that have really struggled with relationships with their children, relationships with their partners, their current spouses, their ex spouses, and really being stuck in a never ending or what feels like a never ending loop of pain in your relationships. And one of the things that we notice at our company is that you know people have relationship struggles that are the same in many different relationships, and it's sometimes hard to see the commonalities because it may be relationship with partner or a business partner or a friend or a child or a spouse or an ex-spouse, and so we think that it's out here. And one of the things we teach a lot is how to shift how you're showing up, because you take you wherever you go in every relationship, and all relationships have an impact on the other relationships that you have. So because it's a relationship you have with yourself first. And so I really am excited to bring some awareness and some skills today that you can implement on really how you break the cycle of pain in your relationship and your relationships, so that you can get back to a healthy space for creating a soft place to land for your children, being in a safe relationship with your beloved. And it really always starts with self. And then at the end of the live today, I want to share with you a new company that we have started, because a lot of people that we've worked with have recovered their children, recovered their relationship, they're in new relationship. And they are asking, people ask us all the time, how can we go further with you? How can we do deeper work in the lessons and the things that you teach? And so I'm going to share with you today some of the things that we've been working on, my team and I, very diligently for this year, to really bring forward a new company that has me really excited, and also been really coming to the forefront in the last couple of years. So let's just jump into what I want to share with you today in What Would Dorsey Do? And it's really, what would I do in breaking the cycle of pain that you might be experiencing in your relationship? And old habits don't have to control you or your partner or your ex partner or your children. And it's really possible to move past that hurt and that pain, and to really discover the joy in yourself and in your relationships again. And some of you may have moved on. You may have been divorced, been alienated from your kids. You may be in a new relationship. But if you haven't resolved these old wounds and hurts and these pains that are in relationship, you are suppressing them. They're still in you, and you'll bring them into your new relationship. And we see this happen all the time. And we have a lot of step parents that call us wanting to help their beloved and really feeling like their relationship can't evolve past where it is because of this stuckness that they have. And so I just want to share some simple things that are common things we see, because we're all human, to help us really move past those cycles of pain, to really break the cycle of pain once and for all. And the first thing is really understanding the root cause of your pain. Why are you hurt? Why do you hurt others, or why do you allow them to hurt you? And we've got to really look deep inside both our past and present to really figure out the source of the pain. The root of your pain is unique to you. So, depending on your personal circumstance, and then how you saw them or how you see them and perceive them. So, in some cases, the source of the pain may have started during your early childhood, or you may have experienced childhood trauma or other negative experiences that continue to really affect you in your adult life, including in your relationships. And you may also have sources of pain from previous failed relationships, from friendships, maybe your parents' divorce, observing how they handled it or mishandled it. It's also possible to have other things that create pain for us, such as our illness, physical illness, mental health issues, um, career information or transformation, where we're like moving into a big shift in our life. Maybe we're shifting locations of where we live. These things can be painful for us, but they all sort of thread through the same needle. And while a lot of you maybe have done therapy, and maybe therapy has been helpful at finding these events or past situations, and maybe helps you understand them and maybe to see them from a different perspective, so maybe they don't negatively affect you. However, oftentimes people stay stuck in the story of the pain and the experiences of their past, and sometimes they get reinforced in therapy because the desire of the therapist is to ease your suffering, and they want you to feel good. And while you may feel good momentarily or temporarily, it's resolving that underneath what's causing what the hurt is the first time, the stemming of the pain, that helps you shift out of it. And so that leads me to the next thing, which is really learning to forgive. It's really easy to get caught up in the cycle of blame, the cycle of guilt, but forgiveness is the key to really breaking the cycle. We have to learn to forgive ourselves. You've got to learn to forgive yourself and then other. So if you're always feeling hurt and resentful, it's really difficult to move on and to change. Forgiveness is a human action. Forgiveness is crucial to the healing process. We need to move through the process of forgiving in order to actually heal. Otherwise, without it, you're just allowing the pain and the suffering to live rent free in your mind. So you may be able to relieve some suffering to a certain degree. You'll never really be able to break the cycle of the pain in your relationships until you move to the space of forgiveness. Forgiveness provides perspective and ways to look at the issue in a different way, and it gives you the opportunity to heal the heart and the spirit. Forgiveness is about you, okay? It's about you. It's not about the other person, whether they're seeking forgiveness or they might not even care, right? It's really about you. And then the third thing here is to really look for new role models. So, who are your current role models? Are they effective in helping you overcome your pain? Are they a source of inspiration? And it may be beneficial to find some new role models. Who do you admire? And who do you look to, who serves as an example of being able to really break the cycle of pain? And you may want to look at your close circle of friends or your family. Maybe your parents are good role models, maybe they're not. Maybe it's a coach or an author or a speaker. Maybe it's somebody who's put out a bunch of videos. Maybe it's me, right? Who is there that you can have as a role model? Maybe they're famous celebrities and famous people who can really help you with that. The past and present figures can really be a source of inspiration for healing, building a positive and uplifting relationship with yourself first, which then spills out into relationship with others. And then you have to change to positive behaviors. So one of the issues of being stuck in a cycle of pain is that you learn to use a preponderance of negative behavior to hold yourself stuck. And most of the time it's unconscious. So negative behavior can include feeling like a victim, blaming the other person, having a dysfunctional relationship. It can be blaming the court system. It can blame your kids, your ex. Um, it can also include being destructive or defensive all of the time. So always like being on the defense and not leading with identifying what the actual destructive or negative behavior or feeling is. So switching your behavior pattern to interaction that is more positive can really be helpful. And oftentimes starts with leading with an I message. So instead of reacting to the pain with a defensive attitude or crying or considering, blaming the other person, it's reshaping the behavior to one where you're more in control of your feelings. So, for example, you can react by stating how you feel without framing it like a victim. I feel confused by this, right? I feel hurt by this because, not you hurt me, right? So starting with the I helps you identify the feeling for yourself. And it's just important to remember that your reaction and behaviors can either alleviate the cycle of pain or make it worse. So you have to plan in advance some things that you can say or do that really help your situation rather than making it worse. So when such a situation arises, a lot of times, a lot of people here with their children follow your plan for a more positive interaction. With kids, we have to make it about them, and oftentimes, because we're hurt, we make it about them in a negative way. So when you're communicating with your children, you want to pour into them unconditional love, and oftentimes this is shifting out of the way you've been communicating, which is frequently needy. Why can't I see you? Don't you understand? Can't you see what's happening? I need to see you. Well, maybe we'll meet for coffee, and it's so much pressure, and it's a passive aggressive way to sneak in those patterns or cycles of pain that continue to perpetuate in a relationship. So the cycle of pain and hurt can be difficult to break in relationships, especially relationships with your kids and relationships with your ex-spouse and new spouse or new beloved. But it is possible to move out of the cycle. And you've got to practice to help you really transform your relationship to one that supports you. So that is the What Would Dorcy Do today, helping you with some quick tips to break the cycle of pain in your relationship. And then I want to just take a moment to share with you a new company that we have launched called Soul Illumination Healing. And I've been really excited. We've been working behind the scenes, and I've been working with with couples and individuals, really helping them get clear on the healing path that allows the person to move into the space of wholeness. And I've been doing this work a long time behind the scenes. And you could say this is me coming out of my spiritual closet, if you will, and really bringing forth an opportunity for you to deepen the work that maybe you've been doing at the Conscious Co-Parenting Institute with your family, and really healing those dynamics. This is an opportunity to work closely with me and my team to really work deeply on your own individual healing. So check out our website. My team has put the link in the comments, Soul Illumination Healing. I'm really, really excited about the opportunities to deepen the work with you. We have a lot of opportunities for you to work as an individual on your individual journey. And then we also have a lot of couples things. So we have couples courses and coaching packages and opportunities to really strengthen and secure your sacred relationship and really deepen your relationship with yourself and really create that beautiful, soft landing place for your beloved, for yourself, and also for your children. So that is What Would Dorcy Do for this Friday. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you implement the very easy to implement strategies and steps that I gave you today, and I'll see you the next time. Remember, peace in so you can have peace out. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye for now.